I was today years old when I learned what doomscrolling is. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it was like a month ago. Okay, but anyways, it's a new development. Okay, so for the last month, I've been planning out a video like, let's do a video on this. You know, everybody else does it. You know, so I was trying to come up with a plan, and I was like, you know what? Let's just sit down and talk about it. Hello and welcome back to Stormin' Norman Says. I'm Stormin' Norman. That must mean I have something to say. And I was thinking about, been thinking about this video for a while. I made the thumbnail for it like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, how am I going to attach this? Because I had to look it up. In fact, let me get my book. I kept seeing all these videos with the word doom scroll in the title. I was like, what is that? Like, I'm not familiar with this. So I looked it up. I don't remember where I got the definition from. I probably should have wrote that down. Apparently it was back in like February. I looked this up. Maybe March. It said doom scrolling, the act of obsessively consuming negative news or information, particularly on social media or the internet. And as you know, you've been watching my channel. If not, welcome. How are you? But if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know I mostly talk about stationery. You know, your notebooks, your pens, all the things associated with such. So a lot of the videos I see will be like a picture of a little pocket notebook, and somebody will be like, this notebook saves me from doom scrolling. And I've seen, Lord knows how many of those. And at some point I was like, what is this? Like, what is doom scrolling? Am I doing it? Maybe I'm doing it and I don't know. So once I got the definition, I was like, oh, I don't do that, but I do something similar. So I thought about doing a series on here called like Old Man Talks or something, because I'm about to be 45 in like 2 months. And I thought about doing like a story, old man stories. That's the name I came up with on the way home from work today, okay? Just a idea. Where I just sit here, because I was watching a video the other day on YouTube talking about some of the most popular videos, people that are blowing up on YouTube right now are people that are just sitting in front of their camera and just talking. No crazy edits, no B-roll, just talking about something. So that's what we're going to do today. Whether it gets me a bunch of views, I don't really care. But this is the only way I could think of to approach this. And there's other videos I want to do on other buzzwords. Like if you look at this particular video, and you're going to start seeing other videos about doom scrolling. And when I look at a certain video, consumerism pops up a lot. And stoicism is a big thing that I see a lot of. Minimalism is a lot of videos I see pop up. And I thought to myself, maybe I should do a video about YouTube buzzwords. Oh, journal ecosystem. Like, I want to do a video on journal ecosystem. Not really that word, but I see how people are using it on YouTube. But anyway, let's talk about doom scrolling. That's what we're here for, right? Back in the day, let's get back in the time machine, okay? The old man time machine. And we go back to when I was in my, let's just say 30s. In my 30s. give or take. Maybe in my late 20s too, but in my 20s I don't remember caring all that much about politics and stuff like that. So by the time I got, maybe this is just a natural thing, I don't know. When I got into my 30s is when I started really getting into politics. And I remember I was working at a car dealership, and I would spend all day with my headphones on listening to talk radio shows. And I'm a conservative. I'm not going to blow smoke up your rear end and try to be in the middle of the aisle. I'm a Republican. So I would listen to Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, Herman Cain, whoever else, Neil Bortz. I listened to all those all day. And when I got home, Fox News, Sean Hannity show, blah, 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 the usual suspects. And I was just hardcore into politics. I saw this meme today. I actually shared it on Facebook, but it was talking about the kind of guys that women don't like, and one of them was politics is his religion. And I was like, borderline. I was borderline that in my 30s because I didn't go to church back then. So it kind of was, all I really focused on and studied and listened to and watched and got books. Can't say I read a bunch of books, but I bought a bunch of them. And it was just, I would argue with people on Facebook who had a different opinion than me on politics, and all the normal things that you still see on Facebook these days. So in a way, you could say I was a doom scroller back then, probably before the term was even coined. I was a doom scroller, just through my phone looking for political posts that told me what I wanted to hear, and the ones that told me the opposite of what I wanted to hear just ticked me off, and I just didn't want to see it. And then 2016 came. I guess I was 36, 2016 election, and for the first time in my life, there was no presidential nominee that I wanted to vote for. Who was running in 2016? Oh, Hillary and Trump. I didn't want to vote for either one of them. Didn't like either one of them. And granted, at this point you might think I'm making a political video here, but I'm not. I'm going somewhere with this. Just hang in there. So I didn't want to vote for either one of them. But you got to vote for the lesser of two evils, so I did. And it was during that election cycle that I realized both sides are the same. Both sides do the exact same things. And I'll tell you how I came to that conclusion. I might have mentioned this in another video. There was a page I was following on Facebook, because like I said, I was in all the political pages and all that. If it was a political page, I wanted to follow it. And there was one I was following. I do not remember the name of it, but it had the word red in it to signify that it was a Republican page. So one day, Facebook suggested, how they suggest people you may know, pages you may want to follow. They suggested another page. It was the same page, but for the left. And that got me thinking, and I kind of already knew this, but it got me thinking, here is, I don't know who runs that page, maybe a company, maybe a nonprofit, I don't know who runs it, and they're playing both sides. They got one page for the left, and they show the left the news that they want to hear, and they got one page for the right, and they show the right the news they want to hear, to keep them at each other's throat. And it wasn't that, one thing that got me, but it was just the whole thing during, Trump's first term, when he would do something I didn't think was right. And I would say something about it, and people would jump down my throat. And I'm like, can we be objective here? Like, can we put our political allegiances aside and look at something and be like, this ain't right. Like, I don't care who does it. I don't care what party you belong to. This ain't right. And I got an example, but I won't give it to you because, like I said, this ain't a political video. And so after the 2016 election, after all these things where I'm like, realized people that are, you know, all into the politics like I was, they're like a cult. And that's on both sides. I know a lot of people that say, well, they're like a cult. Both sides are. Both sides are like a cult. And I was like, I'm stepping away because there is no, I don't want to say no. There might be some exceptions because, like, I don't know everything. But I don't think there is many examples where you argued with someone in the opposite political party on a post in Facebook and they changed their mind and came to your side. It don't happen. That's why I don't argue people with Bible on Facebook. I used to do that a lot too. I used to argue Bible with people in comments on Facebook. Not one time did any of those people say, you know what, you're right. I'm just going to come to your side and believe the way. Nobody does that. So I'm like, this is a pointless endeavor. It is pointless for me to keep up with all this stuff when the majority of it is manufactured. So I went through my Facebook groups and I got rid of all the political ones for the most part. And I went through and got rid of all the news sites stuff like Fox News, even my local news, got rid of them. Anybody on my friends list who just posted politics like all day, every day, got rid of them, unless they were family. I got rid of them. And I said, I'm not doing it no more. I'm not being a part of the circus. I'm not being a part of having stuff shovel fed to me. I'll keep up with, like, you can keep up with what's going on without being obsessed with it. So, like, I keep up. I have various ways where I keep up with the news and what's going on, just surface level. Like, I don't want to get too deep into it. I don't want to get all mad because, oh, well, they're putting this spin on it. I don't want to. So you could say somewhere around 2018, 2019-ish is when I stopped doom scrolling, because I got all that crap off my social media, off my Twitter. Like, I don't even really use Twitter anymore. I use Twitter during football season so I can keep up with the game. I quit that. I got all that crap off my phone. I don't do it no more. However, this is where my own brand of scrolling comes into play. I don't doom scroll. I can't come up with a term for it. I bored scroll. What's a word? Like, it's the opposite of empathy. But I go through my phone and I scroll and I'm like, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. So I just go through my phone looking at everybody's posts and I don't care. I'm looking for a post I care about. And if I scroll through 100 posts, there might be 2 or 3 posts in there that I actually care about, that I actually read and be like, I'm glad I read that. Most of the time, I don't care. So the problem comes, why do I do it? Why do I scroll through Facebook? I'm at work. There's a little bit of time. I don't have nothing to do. Scrolling on Facebook at a whole bunch of stuff I don't care about. And sometimes I'll even open up the comments and start typing a comment, and then I'll delete it and be like, no, because what's the point? I don't care. I wanted to come on here and talk about doom scrolling, but not just doom scrolling. I wanted to talk about, why does my camera keep getting hot for no reason? It used to never do that. Just kidding. That's not what I'm talking about. But my camera's getting hot again. And, like, I don't understand why. Why do we do it? It's a force of habit to get on this phone and I start scrolling through, and my credit card payment's due today. Start scrolling through, and like someone says, I don't care. There's a sponsored ad, don't care. There's a page I don't follow posting something, don't care. If I cared, I would follow that page. There's a sports thing, I do care about that. Paper Republic ad, I love Paper Republic. Reels, because you know Facebook has to put that in your face all the time. And then some humor pages, you know, they're funny. But for the most part, the stuff I scroll through, again, another page I don't follow that Facebook's trying to get me to follow. I don't care. I don't know what the word is to use to describe that. Don't care following, or don't care scrolling. So I don't scroll through my phone looking at politics and getting mad about it, because I came to the conclusion years ago that that's dumb and I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to play the game. Both sides are just as bad as the other, or one side's just as bad as the other. When it comes to these channels and the YouTube videos that talk about this pocket notebook saved me from doom scrolling, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But if that don't work for you, because it don't really work for me. In those moments, I'm at work and I don't have anything to do for like 5-10 minutes. I'll just jump on my phone and start scrolling. I could bust the notebook out like these people seem to be doing, but that's not practical because I work in a warehouse and I don't keep a notebook on me. Well, I guess I do in my wallet till I do the review, but I don't keep my notebooks on me. I've thought about it, but I thought about taking my mini field journal and keeping it on the forklift with me, but I don't stay on the same forklift. I have 2 of them. So what if I'm on the other forklift and my notebook's on the other forklift? So I'm wholeheartedly for, if a notebook keeps you from doom scrolling, I'm all for it. But if something else keeps you from doom scrolling, I'm for that too. Like sometimes, instead of doom scrolling, I'll get on YouTube and watch somebody talk to me about a notebook or a pen or something. I've been researching computers recently because I need a new computer. So I've been watching a bunch of computer videos. I don't know if that's any better, but it beats scrolling through Facebook, and Instagram's getting just as bad. But they'll show, like, I'll go through Instagram because I've been trying this year to be more active on Instagram, hoping it'll get me from being active on Facebook. But the problem with Instagram is it's so many things that I don't follow. Like, I don't ever see the pages I follow because they're showing me stuff that I don't follow. Sponsored ads, sponsored posts. I don't care. I followed these people because I want to see their posts, and you don't ever show them to me. But anyway, here's your juicy rant for today, okay? I'm not for doom scrolling, most definitely. But I don't want you to go through YouTube thinking that you got to get a pocket notebook to stop you from doom scrolling. It might be something else, whatever else it is, that keeps you off that pig trough of junk that just makes you mad. That's another reason I quit following the politics thing. I just didn't want to be mad all the time. So whatever it is that helps your, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. Whatever it is that helps your mental health by keeping you from mindlessly scrolling through curated garbage, I'm all for it. If it ain't a notebook, cool. Then don't use a notebook. Get you a book. Whatever else it is you use that can get you off of that. So now that I know what doom scrolling is, I can proudly say that I stopped doing that 5 or 6 years ago. And I'm not mad about it. Like, people be like, well, how do you keep up with the news? I do. When I need to go keep up with the news, I go do it. The problem with all the things you follow on Facebook is they're telling you things that you didn't necessarily need to know. All day on Facebook today, for some reason, I don't know why, maybe I accidentally tapped on something, it's been showing me stories about the Met Gala that happened last night. I could give a crap less about the Met Gala. That's one thing I care about less than politics, is celebrity news. But I've been seeing it all day on my phone. Why? I don't care, Facebook. Anyway, we're getting long. If you watch this long, I most definitely appreciate it, because every time I sit down to record a video, most of the time I'm like, oh, this ain't going to take 10 minutes. I'll be done in 10 minutes. And here we are, over 20. So if you lasted this long, I appreciate it. But yeah, you know, I would like to be a contrarian and come on here and tell you there ain't nothing wrong with doomscrolling. But it is trash. It's not good. Save your mental capacity for things that matter, for things that bring you joy. You know, hearing political things that I can't do a thing about. You know, people will post things like, can you believe Congress is doing this? There ain't nothing I can do about it. Every 4 years, there's an election, and we have a day where we go and vote, and that is the only day I can do anything about it, and that is questionable. But that is the only day I can do anything about it. The other years in between those 4 years, I can't do nothing about it. So, doom scrolling's bad. Do something that's healthy. Do something that is creative. We're all about creativity here. And save your mind. Save your mental, what did my boss call it the other day? Mental prowess or something like that. Intellectual prowess. So save your intellectual prowess for pursuits that matter. Because the political thing, I'm not saying it ain't important. I'm just saying it don't always matter. I've been Stormin' Norman. I have said things. We'll catch y'all on the next one.